Righty. Welcome to another episode of His Wife, Her Husband.
I am Shamika, his wife,
And I am Patrick, her husband, and our purpose is to help you build
and sustain your marriage.
from a biblical perspective. We still got it. It's all right. It's all right. All right, Shamika, let's go.
Okay, so I am so excited and so geeked to be here on today.
Right.
A lot has transpired and happened in life.
Mm-hmm.
We have gone through the ebbs, the flows, the highs, the lows, and
Mm-hmm.
buffaloes in life.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I got from my coach, highs, lows, and buffaloes. She asked me that. What are the highs, lows, and buffaloes?
Okay.
So some of the highs is that we have been celebrating love in the family.
We'll start with the lows and then end with the high.
Oh, okay, sure. So the lows would be that, we've been going through some health concerns.
Okay. Right.
But nevertheless, God has definitely been faithful.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going through this journey, trusting God all of the way.
Amen.
Thanking Him for insurance, thanking Him for people
Assurance.
that's good,
Mm-hmm.
assurance, and people that have gone through the studies to be proficient in those specialties. It's interesting, you don't know that you need a thing until you know you need it, but it's always reassuring when you know that you're not the first.
Right.
So that means that other people have gone through and and they can help you walk through. And then a lot of times when we are going through, then we have to turn back and encourage somebody else
Mm-hmm.
that we don't know what God's will may be, but this is what we experienced.
You want to bring the mic over a little bit? It's
I'm
like you're
okay.
leaning.
Oh, okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It's okay. So yeah. So anyway, you learn to as you mature in life, you learn to thank God for the grace to go through,
Mm-hmm.
and then you thank God that wait, like even just in the going through, it's like okay, I'm not the first. They have equipment, they have medicines, they have things in place because somebody else has gone through
Yeah.
and
So,
studies has
so
been
what's
done.
happening is I went to see a cardiologist and was having some heart something anyway
Palpitation.
palpitations whatever the case may
Hmm.
be. But my blood pressure was high, and now it's low. My doctor finally gave me some good medicine.
Well, it's
Also, I've been
stabilizing more so,
stabilized. Yeah.
cause this is such thing as having too low pressure.
Right. So I've been and I've changed my diet a lot. So I went to the cardiologist and blood pressure was okay. And he said, but there was some what they call I'm not sure what it is, but like some PVCs or something like that that he didn't like, and and so I took a stress test, and then I also took I don't know what the thing is, but you lay down and you hold your hand over your head, and it scans. It takes like a scan of your heart, and that was good. The stress test was good. They can see the PVCs, and then if you're a medical professional, what PVCs are. They could see it, and then before I was taking the stress test, when I was about to take the stress test, she was saying that my PVCs were high. But as I began to run on the treadmill, they went away. And so the doctor's like, well, yeah, that's good, but it's like when you're at rest, why he said I can hear some extra heartbeats. And so although everything is well, I'm they assigned me a cardio, what is it? Cardio CTA, something like that. He said maybe there's something I'm missing as the reason why you have these PVCs. And so typically what happens, the PVCs are signals that a person is, I think he said a person is
Attempting a heart
attempting
attack.
a heart attack.
Hmm.
So you want to make sure they're going to go, I guess, dive a little deeper to make sure it's nothing. If it's nothing, then it's definitely I have more changes in my diet that I probably have to make. But if it's something, they want to make sure they go ahead and get it and take care of it. So yeah, so that's where we are with that. You know what I'm
And
saying?
and I will say just to if we can just a little bit talk about marriage in these times because it's in these times where you realize, whoo, um, you know, I if I could be completely transparent, it is in these times where my heart and mind goes to, we said I do forever.
Right.
Oh, well, I ain't gonna say forever, but for our lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And the sovereignty of God and His prerogative, He has not given us a departure date. So you're constantly living with the unknown, the unknown of when it will come to a conclusion.
Right.
And so my heart and my mind goes to making sure that I'm fully present. It has um, made me more conscientious of time being limited and just the brevity of a lifespan. Like it's so limited. And so, yeah, so Patrick going through and us walking through together because he's not walking this alone, going to the appointments with them and stuff. It's just like, oh, dear God. Um, my prayers is for healing for him, that he would live and not die and declare the works of the Lord. So you begin to speak life over him. By the same token, it's like, okay, what can we do to help um, give God work to work with? So what is the I guess if I could say is that what's in our hand to do? Like what can we take responsibility for? So we've been getting up, we've been going walking, we watching and paying attention to what time we eat, what time,
What are we drinking? What are we eating?
eating,
Yeah.
all of those things. Those are things that are within our control. And so yeah, it's just
And so here's it, but I would say, if I could interrupt, I just did. The inevitable is we're all going to die at some point. Um, so it would be unwise, and so this is my plug in as a life insurance agent. It would be unwise for us not to have certain things prepared. You want to get out of debt as much as possible. You want to make sure you have life insurance in place because we, like, honestly, we just don't know. Now we're hoping that we're doing. She said, so my wife was saying we're doing our part, changing the diet, changing what we eat, changing how much we eat, changing when we eat, make sure we exercise. We try to do 2 miles every day right now because we'll bump it up as time goes on. But yeah, go back to the life insurance policy. I know sometimes, especially I've had in my career as a life insurance agent, is that typically in African American cultures, they don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't want to, like, I don't want to talk
cross
about
that
that right
bridge
now.
when we get
Like,
there.
but yeah, when you cross that bridge, the bridge is blown up because there's no life insurance.
Yeah,
So,
there's no raft. There's
so
no
I'm going to say this: if you're
security.
in Tennessee, Arkansas, or Mississippi, I am a life insurance agent, and you can give me a call at 901-290-8936 for life insurance if that's you. So if you are husband and wife, your spouses, and you don't have anything, you don't have enough, you don't know what you need, let's talk. Make sure at least get that part in place in terms of the life insurance. That's 30
Yeah,
minutes at the most. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
30
and
to 45 minutes at the most for just to put the policy in place. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and then what I have heard is that when their policy is in place, and I would even say even experience from secondhand, there would be that their life insurance give you a space, a time and space to grieve, where you're not rushed. You don't have to go back to your work or your job or even to ministry. Like you don't have to rush back into anything because your affairs are in order, and having your affairs in order allows you the time and space to continue to grow and develop and to hear what it is the Lord is saying for you in a particular season. And so grief is a season that a lot of us don't want to go through. But we know that we all going to go through it. You're going to lose a loved one. You're going to lose something. And so you want to make sure that your affairs are in order as best as you can.
Right.
And that I will say this too. One of my life mottos is you want to leave it better than you found it. And so you don't want to stay in debt. You don't want to dig a deeper hole. You want to make sure that as best you can that your affairs are as neat as possible. You have all your documents in place. You have everything where it can be found. You've told your loved ones where to find things. So it's not just it is life insurance, but it's also making sure that the necessary documents are in place. If something happened to me, this is the code to my phone. This is where you find the documents. This is the point of contact. This is all of the stuff as best as possible. You may not can have a will. You may not be able to have a trust right now, but you need to be able to have things as decency and in order as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just some of the things that's dealing with marriage.
So for me, it's like I want to. So I believe in Jesus Christ, and I've accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And so from that point, I believe, with all my heart that I'm going to heaven. I do have life insurance, and that's great too. But I'll be honest with you, I still have a sense of because I don't want to leave right now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
One of my goals and one of my goals of my desires is to see my wife turn 80. Like I at least want to see her turn 80. At that point, then yeah, I throw my deuces. But as of right now, this is one of the things I desire to do. And so while I have the things in place, this is still a desire. So there's like I still don't want to, not right now. So even
Yeah.
sometime when there may be some nights, not a lot of nights, but there are some nights I'm up because of like I may have something that has happened, within my
A
body,
sharp pain or
and
something.
well, it's not
Okay.
really a pain. There's no pain. Just I can feel that little whatever.
Like a tug or something.
I'm not sure how to describe it. And so,
I've been
and
trying to
then that
get you to
night,
do
I'm
that.
like, okay, maybe. I'm like, okay, God, not today. Like, nah, not now. Like, let's,
Pump the brakes.
yeah, hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
But again, it's just one of those things. It happens, or it's going to happen. It's bound to happen. So you can't. No one can get past death.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the best thing to do is to prepare our hearts as best as possible. But
I
in
love how you just said that too, Patrick, and I'm cutting you off now. We prepare our hearts as best as possible, but we also should be preparing our minds for it too. And that's the part we want to check out and stick our head in the sand. It's like, whoa, don't stick your head in the sand because this is going to it's going to happen. Either we're going to go together or one of us is going to leave one or the other behind. So now what do? We make the most of the time. You be as present as possible. I recently had an opportunity to do my godmother's nails, and she's in a place of widowship. She's in widowhood, we call it. And so I asked her a question. I was like, Mama, how would you prepare? What would you tell a married woman on how to prepare for widowhood should she go through it? She said, baby, that's a class that you gonna enter into it, and if you have a relationship with the Lord, then you're gonna have to learn and grow your way through it. She said, I don't know what to tell you. There's no way to prepare as to how you're gonna feel or what to experience or expect during this entering widowhood. And so the thought that came to my mind, because she didn't answer the question like there was no one, two, threes. I just began to pray and ask the Holy Spirit. I was like, Lord, how would you prepare? Like you prepared the church for your departure. You prepared the disciples that, hey, I'm not gonna be with you. And so anyway, what came to my heart and mind is that Jesus invested heavily in that time with the disciples. He made sure that he prepared them as best as possible of living life without him. And so I think that there would be the same thing with married couples. You want to make sure that when you all are on a date, that you locked in on that date time. When you are praying together, that you give each other space to be transparent and intimate in that space, even though you are together. This is to the Lord, and you with me in this moment. It's okay to express your fears, your concerns. Ask the questions on what do I do, where do I go, should this event come upon me. And I think that the shock, and again, y'all, I have not experienced this, so I'm saying this very delicately. I'm saying this out of a heart of just hearing what I believe the Holy Spirit has shared with me. This is not from experience, and I am not even saying I want to sign up to even want to experience it no time soon. But I just, again, as best as possible, we want to do our part of being present with our loved ones in all of the moments. It's in the just going through the regular rigors of life. It's also going through the laughs and the disagreements. Like we can go through healthily. Why? Because my time is limited. And so yeah, and then that when it's time for us to close that chapter on being present, then we can know that they made a difference in our lives. And we can remember the words that they told us because they invested heavily. They mean a husband or a wife. And then by the same token, whoever is the surviving spouse, we can gird up our faith loins, and we can go through this path, go through this journey with the Lord on our side and in us, leading and guiding us through. So yeah, that's what came to my mind.
So my question would be for you, during this process, if there's like, what have you been? What's your feelings? Do you have feelings? Do you have fears? What are they? And what is something that you can give to spouses who may be going through what you're going through, dealing with the health issues? You know what I'm saying?
I
Is there
understand.
something? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Male or female? So.
So yes, to answer your question, I do have feelings and I have fears. I have both. And what I have been doing is taking them to the Lord in prayer quickly. I have been acknowledging my feelings. So I want to share with the spouses that may be going through caring for their spouse, is that it's okay to feel like this is we as humans are having a human experience. That means that we're going to feel, we're going to have mental strains and stresses and struggles that we have to go through. We're going to have feelings. We're going to have
What's
moments.
feeling?
I'm getting ready to go
Okay.
into that. We're going to have moments of excitement, and we're going to have moments of uncertainty where our feelings are just out of control. Like, I don't know why I'm feeling stressed or irritable. I don't know why I'm cranky or I'm snappy. These are things that happen or come as a result of not being able to process fully what we are. When I say feeling, it is the 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 inside thoughts, the inside moves or emotions of our life. Like, I know that something is changing, but I don't know how to put my finger on it. But
So
I do know
So
that
when you say that something's changed, you mean the health of the spouse? Okay.
life as I knew it with my spouse. And I met you when you was in your younger 20s, your early 20s. And so you're not 20 anymore. So now I'm faced uh, more with the reality that, hey, my time is limited. How do I grapple with it? And so, but then by the same token, I will say in the grappling with it, I have to sit with the pieces of what I'm feeling to say that, hey, this is life. Like, you knew what you were signing up for. You didn't know the whole full picture, but you knew that that things were going to change. Like, it was not going to always stay the same. Thus, we have days, years, weeks, and all other things. So I would just want to encourage a spouse that's having the feelings and the fears to acknowledge them. Like, let's not pretend that this is the elephant in the room and just this is not Bruno. Is that right? We don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not gonna hide this. We're not gonna sweep this under the rug. We are not gonna stick this in a closet. We are going to speak with someone about these concerns, because the reality is many of us have feelings and fears, but we don't have anyone to talk to about these things. And a lot of time when we talk, then we are able to better process or better manage what we are going
You
through.
said we don't have anyone to talk to, meaning not to my other than the spouse. So shouldn't you talk to the spouse about it?
You can talk to your spouse about it, but remember, they are going through. So you don't want to put too much added pressure.
Okay.
You wanna let them know what's going on. But what I mean by that, actually, I'm segueing into another plug. That would be like you may want to speak to a mental health advisor. You may want to speak
Coach.
to a mental health coach. You may want to talk to or have someone in your community. It could be your next door neighbor. It could be, for me, I do a lot of praying. Now, that does not mean that I only pray and I don't talk to anybody else. But the first person that I run to tell I'm having a feeling to is the Lord. And then I say, who can I share this with? Who can I trust this with? Because sometimes people don't understand that they may be in a different space at that time and place. So you want to make sure that you have somebody that you can talk to, because if I could say it like this, we're living in a time and space where we have the conveniences of technology. And so we are able to ask chat, we are able to go online, we are able to have a Facebook community and all of the things. But it's something about having someone that has gone through, like I was just sharing with you all. I talked to my godmother. So it's something about we had a face to face moment. She was sharing with me about how she is overcoming the challenges that she had in her early on widowhood. That now she's getting a rhythm now, right? But we were having a real life, in person human conversation.
Good.
And so she was able to heal and process even more. And then so was I. She gave me space to ask the questions. So what I'm saying is you want to have someone that you can communicate with what you are feeling and the fears that you have. Because I was sharing with her that I think about Patrick and I, we've been married for 20 plus years, and I celebrate our anniversaries, but I also cry at the same time. It's a sad joy feeling. Why? Because my time is winding down, and I don't want the journey to end. It's been a good run. Like, see, I'm getting teary eyed now. Like, this just something that just warmed my heart, but warm my eyes, make my eyes get watered. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, if you don't have anybody to share and talk that through with, that can bottle up pressure and stresses and make your heart trouble unnecessarily. So you want to communicate.
Okay, so you also mentioned fears. I think I can assume what the fear is, but let's communicate it because
Yeah.
it may help somebody out.
The fear of doing life alone, not having your spouse. Am I saying this for me or just
For
special
you.
for me? Yeah, the fear of not having you here to process life with, to the a patient person. I don't know. Like that. I would say it would be that would be my biggest fear is your actual presence, not being present. And yeah, like I enjoy life because you are here. I enjoy
That's good. Thank
the hard places. I enjoy the pleasant places. Like coffee has new meaning because I share it with you. Dinner is pleasant. And even though, and it's so funny, I was thinking about this. Oh my gosh, I was thinking about like we don't have a 1,000 foot. I ain't gonna say we do have 1,000 foot, but we don't have a 10,000 square foot house, right? Um, but I tell you, your presence has made this stay here on earth so much better, so much sweeter, so much more doable. You know, it's like, yeah, we have bills, yeah, we have things, yeah, we have scares, but it's like, oh, I have your hand to hold. I have, um, the comfort of your voice. Right before we came on, I had a financial scare, or I ain't gonna say a scare, but an inconvenience, a hiccup.
Inconvenience, right?
And it was beyond me. And immediately you came in and said, what happened? Like I didn't even say anything, but you could feel that it was something. And right then in that moment, you reassured me, hey, we gonna get through this. Like if they don't fix it, it's an investment. Like you didn't make a careless purchase. Like we're gonna get through it. And so those are the things like, who gonna talk me down? Who gonna take me off? Who gonna talk me off the ledge? When it's like you putting 1,000 on that, baby. It is not that crucial. So yeah.
One of the things that you said earlier, I think was great to help out is you said Jesus invested in the people. You know what I'm saying? His time was heavily invested in building relationships and stuff like that. So, and
For their for their temperament, you know.
and so I would say also um, that could help out. So I do a financial class every other month, and um, it's 10, 10, 20. The second 10% is investing in moments rather than material things. And so if we take 10% of our income and we invest in making moments with one another, I think it helps the person to have more moments of laughter during the grieving times, because it's like, listen, somebody's gonna have to bury somebody. It's just like, that's just what it is. But if we are investing while we have time in the moments, I think that helps when there's a taken away at some point for one another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's take the time. I was telling my wife the other day. I said, and I think I posted about it. Like, we're not waiting till special holidays. Most of these holidays man create anyway. We're not waiting for a man-made holiday to have a special moment with my spouse. You know what I'm saying? It's not fine China, because this is our 25th. I'm not waiting for the 25th anniversary to do a dream trip. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, if we have the money and we have the time, let's do it. Like, I don't have to wait for Valentine to let you know how much I love you and flower you with flowers and all that kind of stuff. Like, I
Flower
don't
you
have
with
to
flowers.
flower.
I love it.
I don't have to wait for your birthday to do these things. Like, this is something that can be done on a regular basis. And I think if we do that, or take time to do that, then that eliminates some of the fears of or the concerns after a spouse passes away. It takes away of the, did I do enough?
Yeah, I was gonna say
You know
it
what I'm
takes
saying?
away the. I believe that it would take away the dull pain of regret for not
For
being
not being
present.
there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like you can be fully present in the grief. Like, I'm sad that this person is gone, versus you crying that they're gone and that you didn't do your part.
Correct.
So it's like, no, we actually did do our part. Like,
Right.
we left skid marks on
Right.
earth. They know that we was here and that we enjoyed each other. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, man, they was together. They did their thing. They left their sauce. They left their mark. They left their imprint, their impact. They did the thing, right?
Right.
So we not crying over that.
Right.
It's that, okay, today that was it. And it's like, whoa, what is today and tomorrow gonna look like without you here? You know, so I can cry about that, and I can stay in that moment. I do. Did you have something to say?
Mm-mm. I do, but I got a lot to say. But go ahead.
Okay, so this because we ain't been on in a while, y'all. So here we go. But recently they had the little different things about the rapture happening, and I was sharing with Patrick, like, a lot of us, we are glad we made light of the rapture, right? Because we knew that no man knows the day or the hour. Like, we know that those of us in the faith and that's really in the word,
There were people in
we
the faith
know.
that was that
They was just duped. I don't know. Oh, well, listen, and it happened. Now, this is the part that I want to get to. This is the biblical perspective, okay? When we read the text, Paul and them, Paul and them prepared us for this very thing, meaning that people were gonna be they gonna fall for the okie doke. So don't look all shocked and surprised. And even our Savior gave us a heads up that it was going to be rumors that people going to be saying, I'm over there, and he coming over here, he coming in a Honda, and he coming to my, like, listen. No, he told us that we not going to know when he going to arrive. He don't even know when he going to arrive. It's when his daddy send him, amen. But this is the thing I was sharing with Patrick. The fact that it's starting to become more prevalent or relevant that the rumors are coming out about the rapture, that's an indication that he is coming back speedily. So don't dismiss that he coming back for us. That's what I'm trying to say. So you want to make sure that you you want to make sure that you are intentional about, again, your affairs being in order, the spiritual ones, that where your eternity will be. And that you want to make sure that you have shared that with your loved one too, because you want to be with them in the next phase. Because I believe we're in a womb of time, just like we was in our mother's womb. We're in a womb of time, and we are growing and developing, preparing for eternity to meet our Creator Father. And so you want to make sure that you do the part, do your end, because He finished the work in you. Right. He has already fulfilled. I ain't gonna say He has sealed your purpose within you to be able to do who He created and engineered you to be. So now it's up to you to now lean into trusting His power to complete it, so that when you return to Him, you will be full and complete. You're just entering into who you always were or are or is.
I thought you were going to apply that to marriage. I'm so sorry.
That is so funny. No, I didn't. There was a whole total seg. There was some total. There was a bar. There was a side, whatever. I detoured.
Okay. All right.
But now, would you loop it back around?
That was your thought. I feel like I'm waiting on you to come back around to the
Okay,
marriage.
let me do it. Okay, let me do it.
How does rapture and marriage work with
So
what we
here
were
we go.
dealing with death and all that kind of stuff?
Okay, good stuff. Okay, I got you, baby. Here
Okay.
we go. So now, we don't know when our spouses will leave.
Okay.
So it will behoove us to prepare so that when that inevitable day comes, it
Right.
won't catch us so off guard.
Okay.
Now,
Gotcha.
goat,
Are you done?
sheep.
Oh, you said now, and you said as if though now, when it was something.
You want me to give
follow-
you more? I can give you more.
No, I just if you got more, it just sounded like you ended abruptly. Stop sign. So anyway, so that's that. Anyway, I don't know how we got there.
Because
but
we
let's go
started
here.
with lows, that was a long low.
So here
Talk about
go-
a valley low.
Yeah,
I'm
but
ready
here
for
we
some
go.
highs.
So here's the high. The high is we just celebrated. So we're both mental health. We've both been certified as mental health coaches as well as marriage coaches as well. And so I think the two go hand in hand because sometimes the spouses may have mental health issues and you don't see it. And so if you have mental health coaches who also are certified marriage coaches, there may be some things we can spot. We can't diagnose, but we can kind of like, this may be something that we may want to take a look at, you know what I'm saying? And that helps out. Anyway, the high was my wife just had a graduation this past week. Yay! If I had like the little thing I could do, clapping hands. And so how does that make you feel? And give us the whole thing about the mental health graduation, the mental health certification, and the graduation that you experienced in Nashville.
All right, so I recently received the graduation. One of my coachees, she pegged it. I mean, right on the nail or on the head. Anyway, she said, basically, coach, you had to have a benediction, like it was sealed, like you received the blessing, the word of blessing to go on and go do what God has called you to, and that is so true. So anyway, Patrick, let me see. I recently graduated, receiving the certification. I get the confirmation for the mental health and life coaching certification. Woo, that was a mouthful. Okay, I have to admit that I had downplayed it all the way low. I was like, "Why we going? Like, am I already doing the work? Like, it's already like we already in motion. Like, let's not spend more money. Like, it's okay. Like." I know that my Heavenly Father has validated me. He's like, I have His seal of approval. I have His blessing. Let's just go. Like we can just keep on working in the field of coaching. Patrick was absolutely not having it. He said, "Oh no, ma'am, you gonna order that cap and gown?" I was like, "Okay." And it's so funny. I waited to like the second to the last day to order it because I was like, I gotta talk him down. Cause hey, what are we doing? We gotta get a room. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. Anyway, he was like, "Yeah, no. So let me know when is the graduation day so we can close our book off." I mean, listen, and if you ever, any of y'all know Patrick, y'all know he don't shut that book down unless it is absolutely a reason to shut it down. He said, "Oh no, you did that work. You get we going." I'm like, okay, he is not changing his mind. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go along with him. So I ordered the cap and gown, and I closed my book down and made the adjustments. When I tell y'all we arrived in that city, and let me go back, even to preparing for the graduation, I was like, oh, what am I gonna wear? I was like, I ain't even buy nothing new. And in my heart, I felt, no, 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 you're going to wear something. You're going to take something, a little bit of everybody with you, because it was a team that got you there. So my godmama got me a dress, and it was one of the dresses that she said, ooh, Shamika, I can just see you in this. So I put that dress on. I had different little jewelry pieces, little trinkets that people had given me, and things that really resonated with me. Tell y'all something else. My hair color, honey, it had faded out. Patrick said, listen, after church, we coloring your hair. I'm like, this man is relentless. He said, what you gonna do? We gonna spruce you up and we gonna make you feel good. You gonna be fine. We gonna have fun. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. Look, he was trying to highlight my hair. I'm like, listen, sir, now it is
So I'm still
too
gonna highlight the hair.
late.
I put the color in, but I'm gonna do the highlight because we bought the stuff, so we got to do it anyway. But go ahead.
Hey, y'all, it
I'm a
is
licensed
almost
barber for the record, y'all.
midnight. He is trying to highlight my hair, and I'm dozing, sir. No, that's not what you. We not getting ready to do that today. But anyway, I kind of talked him down. That was the only thing I talked him down on. And listen, he was adamant about that, but I was like, sir, I am about to go to sleep, and it is just too much of a process. So anyway, we ended up arriving, we're going to Nashville, and two of our five children ended up going with us. And so even they were excited. It was like, oh, mama, I took off. I'm coming. I'm like, okay, like, yo, okay. Okay. Anyway, end up going into the city. We had a very good travels. But when I tell y'all, we made it to Gaylord Opryland Resort. And when we got on the grounds, you could feel the energy shift. Could you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could feel the energy shift. And so then when we get into the lobby, this is when it hit me. Now I could feel it in the parking lot because like my stomach started. I have to admit, when we got to the hotel and I had to change, it started getting queasy. But then it was like, okay, calm down. You okay? Get your mint, get yourself together, spruce up. Come on, it's time. When I hit that lobby and saw all of those graduates,
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, it's a thing.
Yeah.
And so I think that it was downplayed in my mind. I was sharing with Patrick. I think it was downplayed in my mind because the courses were online and they were self-paced. So it wasn't designed like with the cohort. So I never, or the students, we never saw each other.
Right.
But we knew that there was other people that was in the course, but you just didn't see them.
Yeah.
Like you
Because
just,
when she got her life coaching certification, there was like what 70 in a group. You know what I'm saying? You can see those people, and y'all had to do exercises with each other and coach each other and so forth and so on. And it was more expensive, that one, but so you could see it.
yeah,
This one was probably half of that in terms
yeah,
of how much
yeah.
it cost, but
What I was getting ready to
still,
say,
yeah, you're
it's
self-paced on your own.
it was
Yeah.
self-paced. Now it's interesting. Oh, let me stick to it now. I'm gonna come back around to this coaching thing. But anyway, when I saw all of the graduates, we were in line registering, and we got to meet some of the people that we were talking to or communicating with online. It was like, oh, so you are a real person. It's like this, not a wizard lane, like Wizard of Oz. It's like you're not Mr. Wizard. Like you are a real life person. So it's really neat. But anyway, I began to connect with some of the graduates that were in line. I asked them where they were from and where did they get their certification in. So anyway, I just started building camaraderie in the registration line. And when I tell you, it's like we just connected, like we have been knowing each other for I don't know how long. I met people from Texas, from Alabama, from other parts of Tennessee. It was just
I can hear
amazing.
accents of Africa and kind of like Amsterdam type like
Uh-huh.
accents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't talk to them, but I could just hear the accents and I knew Okay, they're not from the States. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It was amazing. So anyway, I was in line preparing for the graduation. This is when the plot thickens. Okay, so I'm in the line, and I'm like, I'm not. I think I need to move. But then again, I don't have proof of why I need to move. But I'm like, I need to move. I think I need to go over there. Now, on the other side of this line, it was very few people, and it was a lot more space. And so I just kept feeling I need to go over there. So anyway, I told my son came. He said, "Mom, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, D. I just think that I need to move." He said, "Come on, move then. Why we in line? Come on, babe. Come on, mama. Let's go." So I went over there and I ended up meeting
Two people.
Kim and Prince. And so when I tell you, it was just like a family reunion.
Yeah.
And so we were talking, and so I was asking them about their certification. Had they started moving in their certifications? And they were sharing with me that they do some with the church, but they hadn't actually been moving in the coaching sector. And I was like, why not? What y'all doing? Like, come on. We need you. And so they was like, oh man, I love your energy. And so then we started talking and just networking and all of the things. And I said, yeah, y'all need to be doing that. And they was like, well, how you start doing? What all you do? So I told them what all I did. And this is when it clicked. I told them, I said, y'all, I've been doing this for so many years. I want to say I told them 2 years, which I have been for like 2 years. And then I said, and listen, we charging. They was like, you charge? I said, yeah, we're not doing coaching for free unless, God call us to do that.
So, but we're not charging for mental health coaching, though.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, right. And so they was like, wow. I said, y'all, wait a minute. Let me make sure I get this, make sure y'all understand this. We have invested over 20K in coaching.
Right.
So I know that a lot of times when, and I know everybody is, they have their real coach sign up, kind of like real work with food. But anyway, everybody has a coaching sign up, and if I could say, the industry, the requirements are not as rigorous as some careers, but you want to know. Has your coach invested in themselves to be a quality coach? It's not just giving advice or an opinion. It's a skill set. It's a mindset. It's a whole thing that goes with having quality coaching. And so, can they be coached? If you have a coach that cannot be coached, they probably not a good coach, because every coach needs to sit in the seat that they're asking you to sit in. Anyway, that thing hit me, and I was like, oh no, y'all, come on. Like, not to say that you have to charge, but
Correct.
when you know your value and your worth, you don't dumb it down. So anyway, we all connected, and it was just a good place.
Yeah.
It was so needed. And listen, we marching in, we having a good time. And so, just to give y'all a brief testimony, then I'm gonna turn it over so Coach Pat can say so. So the last time I graduated, y'all, I was 18 years old with one daughter. Amen. And I was number 498 of my class. Wait a
498?
minute, let me go back. Let me go back. I ain't gonna make myself last. I was 495 in class of 95. But anyway, in defense of me,
Did they have that many? Was that many students
it was
in your
that
class?
many students in that class. It was a 498.
So,
Look,
Joy-
I remember that number so vividly. So when I tell you that that y'all distracted me.
Okay.
When I tell y'all, I was not a scholastic. I was not a scholar in high school.
Yeah. So,
Wait a minute, let me finish.
Okay.
Hold on, boo. It was because I was so rebellious. Like, I did not like systems. I didn't want a report card to determine my value and my worth. Now,
Your intellect.
realizing, oh my gosh, like I missed out on so many opportunities during that rebellious stage and phase. But at any rate, let me tell y'all how the Lord turned that thing around. I put a cap and gown on 30 years later to graduate with my certification in mental health care. Look, I'm doing all of the things,
and
okay?
life coaching.
And life coaching. And hey, went from 495 to third from the back in the high school course to sitting on the third row with some fabulous other coaches.
My God.
When I tell y'all, my life and mindset shifted. Like having that cap and gown on, hearing the commencement speech from Mr. Jack. I can't remember his last name. When I tell you, he was telling his testimony, his story, and it was somebody that stepped in, that believed in him, that he was up there. He had been adopted and shifted and in foster care and on drugs and all of the things. But he is up there encouraging us that, hey, your life has worth. Your life has meaning. Like, huh. When I tell y'all, I am so pumped that I went from number 3 at the back of my high school class to sitting on the third row. Amen. When they said Shamika Harrington, hey, I had them heels on. My hair was snatched right. I was so excited. And I had my family support.
Yeah.
That's something else too. Like, I knew that heaven was smiling, and all I could do once I received the little certificate thing, all I could do when I sat in my seat was tell the Lord, "Thank you for not allowing me to stay in that place of downplaying this moment." And so from here on out, it's like, no, you don't downplay what he has called you to come up to. Like, it's a big deal. It's a divine deal for you to be able to help and coach somebody along the way. Another thing, one of my favorite hymns, I'm not going to sing it, is "If I Can Help Somebody As I Pass Along." If I can bring cheer to somebody that may be feeling low or down, I know I'm not saying the words wrong, but they could be traveling wrong, then my living won't be in vain. And so that's the whole thing to me with coaching. If I can come alongside to encourage you, that life still has plenty of hope, that it won't run out of hope, it won't run out of faith, it won't run out of love. Like, things can change and turn around. Even if the situation in your marriage don't turn around, you can be a better woman. You can be a better man as a result of believing God that he can do what he wants to do. That it is possible that you can heal from a hurt, that you can be healed and made whole and complete. Listen, y'all, if he would use a soul like mine to come along with your soul, just to give you a little comfort and a peace of mind, that your heart don't have to be troubled.
Right.
Oh gosh, y'all, this good stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so this we're gonna do this next
Okay.
because we know we got new people who have joined
Oh, I forgot to say that.
our channel, who are new subscribers, and so there are a lot of
Thank y'all.
times there are things that we've gone over before, and you may not have gone back to look at it. So we'll revisit. And we're going to revisit being present and communication in your marriage. But as of right now, I do want to say moving forward. Let me see. This is October, November. So in November, I want you to make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Because Shamika is going to start. It'll probably be me and Shamika in the beginning, but moving forward, it'll probably be mostly her. We're going to do something called Clarity. What is it called?
A clarity call.
Clarity call. It's like a 15-minute call around lunchtime. And so we're going to do it, once. Right now, we're thinking about once a week. And so, but that's going to happen in November. So I want you to hit the bell notification, because when we start that's going to be live. So you have the opportunity. It's about 15, 30 minutes just during your lunch break. We're not going to take your whole lunch. You'll be able to actually physically call. We'll give you the number once we get everything up and working. And you'll be able to physically call. Now, the reason why we do that is because we know the prices we charge for coaching, for marriage and life coaching, that really it's like
It can be
it's
challenging.
a high value. So it's a high value product that we have. And so we were saying, but we want to make sure that no one misses out.
Or no one is left behind.
So we can't
left out.
No one misses out. So, although we have the prices that we have, and the prices are the prices. So what are the prices? I'll give you prices. If you want a personal service, it's $350 a month. If you want a premier service, it's $1,000 a month. Uh, so um, so we have those prices and realize, well, maybe some people can't afford that. Cool, gotcha. What we do have going forward is clarity call, and that's about 15 to 30 minutes where we will go live and you'll be able to call in and you'll be able to ask questions. So here's what I want you to know. Until then, what I want you to do is start sending questions right now
Yes.
to our email, which is hiswifeherhusband97@gmail.com. Hiswifeherhusband97@gmail.com. Start sending us your questions now about your marriage that you want us to coach you on. That you find out Shamika is certified in all these certifications that she have, and I too have the same certifications that as well. And so we want to begin to help as many people as possible moving forward. So,
And I will say this too. Don't forget that this platform of YouTube, you're getting quality content for getting it complimentary.
for free.
And so, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to share that you don't have to sit in a space and a place of silence or being alone. Like there is help out there. That means that you're going to have to put forth your effort. You cannot be lazy with seeking help. It is a matter of you putting energy and effort into bringing about a change, like you becoming a better version of yourself, so that in your marriage it can be a place that you and your spouse can rest in and find comfort in. But don't neglect or negate the different videos and content that has already been put out on His Wife, Her Husband. We probably have already talked about it, but Patrick and I do want to better connect with everybody, and so
It's
yeah.
not everybody. Ain't gonna be able to connect with everybody.
Well, not everybody, but
You
you
know
know,
what I'm saying?
those of you that have questions that you just
Right.
need clarity, you need perspective, you need to hear the voice specifically to your situation. And I want to give one example, and then after this, I'll let you go. So, one of the things that came to my mind is that I remember when I was married, and I just wanted to know, what do I do? God taking too long answering my prayer. What do I do? Am I wait? You want clarity. You may want clarity on that. So yeah, I just wanted to give an example.
So for those who want marriage coaching, we're asking that you and your spouse actually attend that. If it's not you and your spouse, then we're probably going to switch you into more life coaching. In other words, coach you to be a better wife, to be a better mother, be a better husband, to be a better father. And
Woman,
so
man.
we can coach you on those things. So that's what we offer. If you're in Memphis, again, be on the lookout. January the 10th, we will be doing a
In person.
meaningful marriage workshop. It's going to be intense, okay? And the workshop is $200. So if you're in the city of Memphis, it was $200 up until the early bird specials December the 1st, I think. So if you're in the city of Memphis and you know you're going to be here January the 10th, make sure you purchase your tickets for you and your spouse. We're going to have games. We're going to have fun. We're going to have giveaways.
They
There's going to
good
be a lot of things.
giveaways.
We're going to actually do some coaching based on the materials that we use. So it's going to be really in depth. So come looking to actually get some real real help
We getting
move
gritty
forward.
in
Yeah,
it.
we
Yeah.
digging in. That's good.
And the seating is limited,
Right.
because in order to be able to show up and really dig in and get gritty, we cannot have a whole bunch of people,
Correct.
because it's me and Coach Pat.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. Right. So that's it. I think that's all I got. Anything else
That's
you
it.
need?
That's all. Y'all be encouraged. I know that we went through the lows first, and the low was a long time, and the highs came around. Yes, and then yeah. So just be encouraged that that marriage it can be better, that your life can be better, and that we are a whole being. Like we are spiritual, we are emotional, we are mental, we are relational. That's what marriage is. It's a relationship. And so anyway, that all of these can be corrected and they can be thriving when we allow God to teach us and show us how to manage and live life through it.
Yeah, that's it. All right. See y'all in the next
Take
video. Take
care.
care.